Here we go. Episode 5. Holy cow. Do you guys watch episode 5? Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I mean, that was a really good episode. Well done, well put together, well constructed. Good evening, guys. Welcome to POPRAGEOUS Live. My name is Danny Alex. This is all about Night of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 5. And boy, it was fantastic. And you know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever seen this on IMDB. 5.3 thousand votes already on episode 5, and it has a 10 out of 10. I've never seen this. 5.3 thousand votes, and it still has a 10 out of 10. I mean, that is really fantastic. I mean, you know, it was a good episode. It was a good follow-up to episode 4. The flashback was good. It gave us that sort of little bit of... we'll start right from the beginning, right? Like, this was... Yeah, this is a treat. It is, you know what, the biggest crime, the biggest crime that's happening right now with this show, that it is 6 episodes that are basically average out to 33 minutes. That's the biggest crime going on with this TV show. They have got to get this show to 1 hour. I mean, it has earned it. It deserves it. You can go out and say, well, it's based on the format. They're able to write on a certain, being a screenwriter. Yeah, certain formats are easier for some writers, but you know what? They have got this thing nailed down, like they really do, and. It is, episode 5. What can you say? It was, what was that? In the Name of the Mother. In the Name of the Mother. That was the name of the episode. So we got a little bit of background on where Dunk came from. He lost his friend. It was just a friend, right? That was a good, quick little role for her. At least she got in, right? She ended up dying, but... and then we found out how we met what's his name, Sir Arlen. I was going to say Sir Arlen Appletree. And again, a great finish, right? How at the end, Baelor Targaryen. But we start from that again. We can start from right from the beginning of this episode. Where do you start? There's nowhere. Here's the problem with this episode. So it's got a 10 out of 10, and even as a screenwriter, after 20 years of being at Hollywood, I try and take a look. I try and think of where can this episode be improved on. And I'm not sure. If I take a look at the tone, I look at the sets, the feeling of the sets, how they got, they got the smoke machines, they got the tournament. It's wet. It's very, very medieval, right? It's very 13th century France, 13th century England. It's got that feel. Tone is right. The acting is right. The dialogue is right. The scripting is right. Honestly, guys, I am amazed at what Ira Parker is doing with this TV show. I really am. After 20 years in Hollywood and writing scripts and screenplays my entire life, I look at this episode. I look at what he is doing. This is a treat, guys. We have been handed 6 33-minute episodes. It was 36 or 37 minutes tonight, and it's a pure treat. You don't get TV like this very often. You know what? We're all going to be sitting there just waiting for season 2 to come, and it's not going to come soon enough. But basically, we learned a lot about Dunk. We learned, the fighting was fantastic. The fighting, it felt so authentic. It looked real. It felt real. Just like any medieval fight would be, it would be messy. We always see these fights and it's this great little sword play. Well, that really wasn't the way it was. I remember all the years that I played Dungeons and Dragons, right? Because I'm a huge D&D nerd. Huge D&D nerd. The worst, can you imagine being a soldier in the medieval days? Even if you're going on a into a tournament like this, or not a tournament, but 7-on-7, the brutality was so well depicted. Dunk took a beating. Was it heroic? Yes, it was heroic. Sir Arlen, basically the memory of Sir Arlen. And this is what, when you hear that almost cliched thing, show don't tell, show don't tell, show don't tell. If you watched Starfleet Academy episode 6, it's all tell. Everything is tell. There's nothing. This is one of these classic examples when you're writing a screenplay, and then when you're the director, putting that screenplay to visuals. This is the classic example of how you show through, or how you tell through showing. We felt the emotion. We felt the emotion when his friend died. We felt the emotion even when he's following Sir Arlen, right? Everything from start to finish was well orchestrated. It was. I have nowhere, like, there's in almost every TV show, every episode, you could say, well, based on on my years of experience in this screenwriting and the movie business, here's where I would improve things. I honestly, I have no, I don't have too many places. But like I say, what do we have? We have 5.3 thousand views. I should share this with you guys. 5.3 thousand. Let's get. I think if you watch the episode, I'm not going to tell. I just basically told you everything I think about the episode. The realness about the fighting, or how the damage might come. The chainmail was good with slashing weapons, right? So you didn't want to be using a sword against chainmail. You wanted to try and stab against chainmail, or you use like a morning star or a mace, right? I know with knights used to love those two-handed maces, especially if you had plate armor. You wanted to take one of those big ass maces and you would pound. But basically, that's one thing I did. That's one thing I did want to mention. How did he win? It was the old UFC ground and pound, is what it was. It was the UFC ground and pound. That's how he won. Did you notice that? Right on top of the shield, ground and pound, boom, boom. Oh, he's a big guy, right? Hi, Tiffany. How you doing, Tiffany? Hi. So, yeah, I mean, that was, let me pull up this, yes, right, yes. Oh man, let me pull this share screen. I think this is going to be a short, abbreviated. I don't have anyone else on here talking with me. It's always nice when there's someone else. But we will. Let me share this here. Do I have a screen set up? Can I use that one? I think I can. Right? I can. Yeah, I can. I'm going to change this up just a little wee bit. I'm going to go up like this. I'm going to go like this. Go like this. Yeah. Gonna move me down. I think that's gonna work. Can I save that? Sure I can. So here we are. Here's the rating. So there you go. Look, we got a 10 out of 10. I've never seen this before, guys. I mean, I'm on IMDB Pro. I have a few of the things that I've done on IMDB Pro. I have none of my screenplays, but I do have some shorts that I've done. But 10 out of 10 on 5.3 thousand. I mean, there are so ones, but it's rated against the curve, right? That's the way IMDb does it. I don't know, how does someone give this a 1? I mean, those are the ones those are the reviews I want to read, is the ones. I like to know, where did other reviewers watch this episode, because it's not out yet. Probably in Europe. I mean, I always wonder that too. But look, at this point in time, to have 5.3 thousand viewers, I would think that it's coming from other, maybe it's from Australia, from New Zealand, from Europe, Asia. Episode 5 is an absolute magnificent episode, easily one of the top 5 episodes in television history. It's pretty hard to disagree. This was a powerful episode. This is classic cinema, and I demand more 3 episodes. GOT is back. Yes, it is. This episode feels so Westeros in the best way, grounded. It felt like Westeros, but it also felt very medieval European, right? It really did. To the, I mean, hats off to the set designer, the cinematographer, the people that put this together. Wow. I mean, wow. This is Hollywood gold. This reminds me of Chernobyl. Did you guys watch Chernobyl in 2018? I think it was 4 episodes, 4 1-hour episodes. I mean, that was gold, right? That was TV gold. That was on HBO. If you haven't watched it, it's one of the all-time highest rated TV shows, Chernobyl on HBO. GOT is back. Perfect. Fire. Good. Peak television. This episode might beat Osmadius is a solid 10. The Perfect. I want to see the ones. 10, 10, Perfect. Oh, bad. Okay, so this is... honestly... episode 5 of A Night in the Seven Kingdoms deserves no more than 1 star. The pacing was painfully slow, with large portions of the episode feeling like filler rather than meaningful progression. Oh my God, honestly. This is someone that knows, is there a name? This is like one of these things where your history, if you ever go for like to Hollywood or anyone like, and you give something like this, you're like, okay. I mean, you literally know nothing. You literally know nothing about television or making a TV show. Or everyone gets an opinion, though, right? I mean, that's everyone gets an opinion. But this is. Character development was shallow, making it difficult to stay emotionally invested. I think this is like one of these things where they just uses cliches, little cliche notes. Moments that were clearly intended to be dramatic or impactful ended up feeling underwhelming due to weak execution. Okay, so this one, him and Ira Parker probably got into a fight last night or something like that. This is like someone, they didn't get the job or something like that. 2, look at all the ones. So this seems a little, wow, trash. And then you have another one and another one and another one. I mean, that seems like 4 people that are, I mean, that's really weird. That's, and those are the 4, this is chronologically. So the very first 4, this is weird. Really weird. This is strange. I'm looking at this person's. They have 8. I am. Did Ira Parker or someone on the team get in a heated argument with somebody? Because a lot of times this is how this happened. I'm not saying that everyone should give this episode a 10, but this is some of the best TV that has been put on TV. Even if someone gives it a 6, they say, you know what, I didn't really like it. It was okay. Or you don't like the genre, right? You don't like the genre, so you give it a lower mark, right? Not everyone's gonna like this kind of stuff. But even if you don't like this kind of stuff, I can watch a rom-com. I hate rom-coms. I really do. I really do hate rom-coms. But I will even enjoy a good rom-com if it's a good rom-com, right? I can't even remember. Is Ghost a rom-com? I don't think it is, right? Ghost is one of my favorite movies of all time. But basically, this episode was amazing from a pure execution standpoint, from script to visuals, to the direction, to the sets, to the tone, to the world building, to the editing, to how the story was told, to the characters, to the acting. I rarely have nothing to bitch about. I'm usually always, even if I give something a 9, I'm like, okay, yeah, you know what? Let me focus on that 0.5 that I didn't give. Okay, let me focus on that little sliver. Because you just can't sit there and say everything was good because your review is done. But this is basically what we have in this case. The name of the mother. The name of the mother. Go ahead. Get your kids. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Sometimes some of these reviews are. It is the perfect episode. I give nothing a 10. I don't know if there's anything as a perfect episode, but this is as perfect as it gets. So I never give a 10. I give a 9.5 at my highest. If I've ever had an argument to give a 10, this might be one, but I would probably give it a 9.5. I would have to look at it again to say, well, here's maybe, well, yeah, look, it's opinionated, right? This is all opinion. So we don't know. Yeah. Anyway, guys, it's really good TV. I'm actually so inspired with this episode. There's one episode left next Sunday. That's the season finale. 6 episodes, 33 minutes apiece, right? So I feel absolutely compelled to watch, to bang this off once or twice over next week. It's good GOT, guys. This is memorable. Look, I am looking forward to House of the Dragon. It's interesting because a lot of people put down season 2. I thought there's parts of season 1 the 3 time jumps. There are a lot of things in season 1 which I was not a big fan of. I thought some of the episodes in season 1 of House of the Dragon weren't as strong as what other people thought they were. I thought season 2 was much stronger. Yes, the season finale was messed up. Yes, it was. But it is what it is sometimes. For me, most of season 2 was superior to season 1 because all the time jumping in season 1. This is Ira Parker. Hopefully, George R.R. Martin doesn't get into an argument and somehow gets himself booted off of this show too. And I get it, right? When you're the creator, you've written something. Here's how you've written it. But a novelist, when you're a screenwriter and you're putting things onto the visual canvas, it does. Like you will say, like I will say, if I'm taking your book and I'm gonna, I don't care what you think. Because you only get so many minutes. When you have a book and you're writing a book, you can just add another few more pages, right, to get your point across. You can't do that on TV. You can't do that in a movie. If you have a 2-hour movie, you get 120 pages, 1 page per minute. That's the way it works. And so you can't get everything in. And if you get too much in, you ruin the story. So sometimes you need to focus on specific things. Now, I haven't read the books, but people who have read the books, they do tell me that this is as far as the books go, that this is very good, right? Compared to what I don't have a desire to read the book. I'm a writer. When you're a writer, as a screenwriter, you spend hours by yourself. So as most writers don't read much. You also don't want to get other people's, but I think they have enough for 3 seasons. And what people do not understand, what people don't understand is when HBO, when they buy a script, they own the script, right? They're not going to put millions and millions of dollars into a story they do not own. George R.R. Martin sold the rights to this story, and like hell, HBO does not have final cut in terms of what gets put on their show. They would not take it. George R.R. Martin does not decide what happens on HBO's real estate. I'll guarantee you that. And that's what's the one big thing. Maybe a lot of people don't realize that. When you're a screenwriter, when you're whatever you are, you're the developer, you're the runner. If HBO buys it, they buy it. So the Game of Thrones, people wonder, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. People wonder how come George R.R. Martin hasn't finished off The Winds of Winter. Because HBO owns the story. George R.R. Martin cannot even he's not even allowed to finish it. I have 100% certainty that when HBO purchased Game of Thrones, that there was a clause in there. Look, these lawyers, these entertainment lawyers, they don't miss this shit. There's a clause in there that said, if you haven't finished your books, we can finish your books and the story for you, and that will become the final, and you cannot write an alternate ending. You cannot, because HBO, you buy the story. That's what HBO did. Period. Once HBO starts putting hundreds of millions of dollars into the TV show, They will not put hundreds of millions of dollars into it without knowing that they own it. So that's what George R. Martin's doing. He has to sell his stories. So if HBO wants one of my screenplays, it's not like I can sit there and own the screenplay and dictate to HBO if they're going to put $100 million into it. Tell them no, it's their $100 million. They'll tell you what they're going to do with it. But when they trust you, when HBO trusts you, like now with Ira Parker, he's going to have a little bit more leeway going into season. Well, not that he probably had a lot of leeway in terms of what he was putting on. But now, look, this is a guy that will never be short of business. When you do something like this, you prove to the entire industry. It's not like J.J. Abrams or Kurtzman there in Star Trek, right? I don't know how Kurtzman's going to get another job after destroying Star Trek, right? Starfleet Academy. Oh, geez. So, but anyway, guys, this was really a fantastic. I mean, usually when you do a review, there's usually things that you could, kind of chisel your way into. You can nitpick, but this, I'm sorry, you can't. It's well written. Peter Claffey is fantastic as Dunk. Dexter Saul Ansel is fantastic. Prince Baylor, Bertie Carvel, he's done. He's finished. I think there's two other. I forgot the names of the two other knights that died and so I think there's three. It looks like there's three people that died. So in the battle, it was a good looking battle. That was a very, very authentic medieval fight. It was like with The Last Duel. I don't know if you guys saw The Last Duel. I mean, the story was harsh because you basically have the same story told three times. You see it, the same story in just kind of three different ways. Medieval, a lot of time medieval movies do not do that well in the theater cinematically, right? But the fighting was fantastic. The armor, and that's what Ridley Scott is good with, right? Ridley Scott is fantastic with any period piece. And when it comes with armor, authenticity with the armor, and then the fighting, it was good. It was really good. In The Last Duel, that was another authentic looking medieval fight. This was an authentic looking medieval fight. I mean, it literally showed how absolutely terrifying it would have been. I mean, you better have a pretty powerful sense of a god or something, because, man, I mean, they always say people were just pooping themselves so much before a fight. You could see it. You could see it, right? I mean, that's what they did. But it was so well presented. It was so well presented. It really was. Did you guys like it? I hope you did. So we have one more episode left. That's coming out next Sunday. Season finale. I believe it's only 33 minutes long. I mean, you kind of think, why didn't they make it an hour? The season finale, like, just throw it. Here's an extra $4 million. Give me an extra 27 minutes, right? Just give me 27 more minutes. No. So anyway, it's a little bit of good TV that we got. If you guys are watching Landman is good TV, very good TV. Mobland, Landman and Mobland. If you guys are looking for some good TV, those are two easy titles that you could sink your teeth in and really bury yourself in. But not Starfleet Academy. If you want a joke, and if you really want to, I mean, unless you're reviewing it, you're not going to want to watch Starfleet Academy. Really, it is shit. It is shite. It's all shite, Don't you know it sucks? It sucks balls, So, anyway, I think I'm going to leave it at that. There's really not too much to say about this episode because it really was so damn good. And I think I've said everything I wanted to say. And this was, again, season 1, episode 5, In the Name of the Mother. It is currently, do we have an update on IMDB? Let me check. Still has 5.3 thousand reviews. And I think most of those reviews are coming from Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Asia. I'm not sure where. It's been released somewhere. Rotten Tomatoes. Let me check Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That's what we want. Wow. Overall, geez, only 74% overall on Rotten Tomatoes. 95% on the critics side, and then Metacritic. That's really shocking. It is. I tell you, this TV show is much better than that. Much better than that. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Under the Seven Kingdoms. That'll be laddie. Generally favorable, 7.5. That's really kind of, but I guess, here's the thing. If you're not into the genre, and you can kind of see, if you're not into the genre and you already have, there's probably a lot of haters because of season 8 in the old Game of Thrones, and they're kind of like copy pasting it. I don't know. Look, this is good TV. You don't have to like the genre to really understand that this was magnificent execution of a TV program, of a TV episode, of the series, but specifically this episode. This was excellent. The lighting, you could argue, like some of the flashback stuff, you could argue that it does take away. Like right in the middle of the fight, you break away. This is, would I have done it this way as a screenwriter? I don't know. I don't think I would, actually. If I was writing this, I probably would not break up the fight. I would have thought of a different mechanism, not to break up the high intensity of the fight. I would have done a different way. I'm 100% sure. Because when I write my screenplays and my television programs and the episodes, you strategically play. Like some of the worst flashbacks was in The Acolyte. I believe like episode 7. The episode before this, the finale, was a flashback. Oh my God. It's like some of the words that you never say in any show or movie. Are you okay? Are you okay? Anytime you hear someone say, "Are you okay?" that is rookie grade 10 level screenwriting. That's literally what that is. You never have to say it. Never these little dumb basic three word questions. You never use them in screenwriting. And if you read a screenplay and you have someone's written these things in there, it's like, okay, well, geez, are you sure you know what you're doing? But you'll hear it in some of the biggest screenplays, in some of the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible. There was in the car when he was driving. I think he said it like 4 or 5 times to what's her name. You're like, oh my God, Tom. Like Tom Cruise does some really silly mistakes in some of his movies. He loves movies and he's very good at it. But there's nothing easy about making movies or TV shows. There isn't. It's hard. It's hard writing them. It's hard putting them together. But it is a 7.5. The critics have a 74. Interesting, strange, because this is one of the best TV shows, period. I think it's not a 10. I don't think a 10 exists. And like I say, if there's one thing that I would have done the flashbacks differently. I don't think I would have done it right in the middle of the fight, where you kind of like get everyone charged up and then you're like, and then we go. So that is something that I could say maybe wasn't. I know I would have done it a different way. So there you go. That's maybe it's like an 8.5 or a 9. It's good TV, but it's high. It's high, guys. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that for tonight. We are back on Tuesday with POPRAGEOUS Live, the Tuesday Big Show. So please stop by, and 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, 6 Mountain, 7 Central. We have Tuesday night. The Tuesday Big Show, POPRAGEOUS Live Tuesday, POPRAGEOUS Live Thursday, the Big Show. And then we have POPRAGEOUS Live. It's Saturday night, guys. Join me. My name is Danny Alex. I hope you enjoyed what we talked about this evening. Like, this is great. It's always great watching this stuff. And I invite you back anytime, please. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your week. I will see you on Tuesday night. And I was trying to think of one of those goodbyes from Game of Thrones. The night is full of terrors. What are they? It's one of those ones. Anyway, guys, have a great night. Cheers. Sorry, you're still there.
Yeah, baby. Why are you not entertained?
I'm sorry, baby. I didn't know it was your turn.
You. Look at me.
Yes.
What's wrong with being sexy? I mean, there's no...
Sex. Yes.
These go to 11.
Does that mean it's louder?